Newly released photos from Jeffrey Epstein's estate are making shockwaves in Washington again. These images, 19 in total, were released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee on Friday, and they shine a fresh, uncomfortable spotlight on just how deep Epstein's connections ran. We're talking former presidents, billionaires, political strategists, global power players. Among them, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon, Bill Gates, Richard Branson, Alan Dershowitz, Larry Summers, and more. And yes, none of these men were pictured doing anything illegal. But the sheer presence of these photos and the fact that they were tucked away inside Epstein's personal archive raises questions all over again. One of the most bizarre images circulating today shows a bowl of novelty condoms. Yes, condoms, with Donald Trump's face printed on the packaging. A little sign next to the bowl reads, "Trump condom, $4.50. In another picture, Trump appears with 6 women wearing leis, their faces blurred by the committee. Other images show Steve Bannon snapping a mirror selfie with Epstein. And then there's Bill Clinton, captured standing alongside Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and another couple. Bill Gates appears too, photographed with the former Prince Andrew. All these photos, all sitting quietly inside Epstein's private files. It's important to note, none of these images depict any sexual misconduct, and no underage girls appear in the pictures released so far. But context is everything, and when the context is Jeffrey Epstein, every image is a story. The Oversight Committee didn't just get a handful of snapshots. They received what Democrat Garcia described as a massive dump of over 95,000 photographs from Epstein's estate. Some are of Epstein's properties, some depict unnamed women, and some, like the ones released Friday, show the staggering variety of powerful men who once moved through Epstein's orbit. The committee says even more images and videos are coming. In fact, lawyers for the estate informed lawmakers that they may review content from any Epstein property between 1990 and 2019 with minimal redactions, only blurring nudity, meaning this investigation is nowhere near over. Now let's talk reactions, because the names in these photos are doing everything they can to distance themselves. A spokesperson for Bill Clinton says he hasn't been accused of doing wrong and cut ties with Epstein long before the financier's arrest in 2019. Bill Gates has repeatedly said he regrets ever meeting Epstein, calling the meetings a huge mistake while speaking to CNN's Anderson Cooper in 2021. And Donald Trump's team? They're calling the entire uproar a hoax. The president's ties to Epstein are well documented. They moved in the same Palm Beach and Manhattan circles. But Trump has never been charged with any Epstein-related crime. His camp insists he did nothing wrong. Yet, emails released just last week complicate the picture. In one of them, Epstein claims Trump spent hours with Virginia Giuffre and that Trump knew about the girls. The White House dismissed those emails as meaningless, arguing they prove absolutely nothing. Still, these photos add fuel to a fire that never quite dies. And as these images spread, another name is resurfacing: Michael Wolff. The author, known for his explosive, controversial reporting on Trump, has been publicly digging into the Trump-Epstein connection for months. Wolff claims there are undisclosed stories, uncomfortable intersections, and moments between Trump and Epstein that the public has never heard in full. And now, with these new photos out, his previous claims are being examined all over again. We'll leave you with Michael Wolff's own words, because he believes the story of Trump and Epstein isn't just about pictures, it's about proximity, silence, and power.
So why is Trump calling now for the release of the Epstein files? What's that about? We're in phase 2 of the cover-up. The Democrats released a handful of Epstein emails, and the Republicans, in what the White House calls its flood the zone strategy, then released tens of thousands of Epstein emails. The effect of this is that everybody is implicated, and Trump gets to say, it's everybody else, not me. And in fact, he's launched now investigations against the Democrats in the emails. But let's go back to phase 1 of the cover-up. That's been the long delay, the intransigence in releasing the Epstein files. Now remember, one of Donald Trump's obsessions, longtime obsessions, is why Nixon didn't burn the tapes. He comes back to that again and again, always talking about why that dummy didn't get rid of the evidence when he could have. Just do it, just burn them. He continues to say, this is a fundamental Trump refrain, going right squarely to how he considers government should function. So the idea that he has remade the Justice Department in the past 9 months, and that they would not have been focused on these tapes and on their central responsibility, which is to protect Donald Trump, is ridiculous. But let's go to phase 3 of the cover-up. The White House is in effect the curator of the Epstein files. When Congress gets them, and that's by no means certain because it still has to pass the Senate, what they will get is a redacted mess. They will get a mess. A mess, however, that focuses on all of the people Trump wants to focus on, and not on himself, of course. And he will be able to claim, and he certainly will, that the Epstein files vindicate him.